garden. We just purchased 20 June bearing strawberry plants from Azure Standard. And right now we're gonna do 2 rows with 10 plants in each row. We're getting ready to start this row. We're just taking soil from the garden that's already been tilled. We're making our mounds and we're spacing them about 18 inches apart from each other. We might add some compost in the hole, but other than that, there's not really much fertilizer that we're gonna add to it to get these guys in the ground so they can finish growing. And hopefully we'll be able to get some fruit out of it. So if you're not familiar with Azure, this is the brand. Ellie's Eden, I think that's what that says. So they're open pollinated, and that's what we wanted. And they are organic. I'm not sure if this was an heirloom variety. I'd have to double check on that. But after we're done with this, we have to make a trip to the store, to Lowe's. I'm gonna get some chopped wheat straw, and we're gonna go ahead and cover them. That way we can go ahead and prevent weeds from growing and things like that, because I'm not gonna use black plastic tarp for my strawberries. I'll just do the mulching with the straw. Okay, so we used old leftover wood that was on the property to kind of help guide our rows and make sure they're straight. But we have 2 rows for the strawberries. There's 10 strawberry plants in each row. Now we're gonna go down the hill and go get some compost so we can add some compost to our holes. So this is our 2-year-old compost pile. All that we did was we threw a bunch of poop from all the animals around the homestead and we just left it here. I didn't till it. I didn't do any of that stuff. The worms have been doing a fantastic job. I'm trying to see if I can find any for y'all, but I don't see it. Oh, there's one. The worms have been breaking all of this stuff down for us. So that's what we're gonna put in our holes, is this aged compost. And it should help those strawberries take off. So we got our first strawberry plant planted. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the extra straw and things like that. I don't think it's gonna really harm the root system of these plants. But we're gonna dig it about the size of a bowl. And once we get that done, we're gonna put 2 scoops of the shovel of compost in the hole, and then we're gonna mix it with the existing soil. And then cover it up to about here, to about the crown right here, because you want that still to be exposed. And then we're basically done. And we got all these we have to do today. Also, I wanted to mention, so you see how this strawberry plant has some flowering going on? We're just gonna go ahead and pinch those off. And the reason we want to pinch them off, I don't have any nails, is because we want to promote more root growth and leaf growth. So we don't really want it to fruit just yet, because this is our first time planting. So that's basically all you're gonna do. We have a couple more that are gonna have to be done, but you have to do these to all of your newly planted strawberries, so that way you can focus more on what's important right now at this stage. You want to do these for the first 2 weeks after planting. Okay, so now we have all of the strawberries in the first row deflowered and planted with 2 to 3 heaping scoops of the compost. And now we have our second row to do, and then we're done with, well, we're not really done with the strawberries. We still are going to cover them with some kind of a mulch, so that way we could prevent the weeds from coming up, because I'm not doing plastic like I had mentioned. And then I want to try in between the rows and on the outside line going ahead and putting cardboard and mulch, but we'll see how much we get done. Okay, so now all 20 strawberry plants are planted. we are going to at least add straw to the hills for moisture barrier and weed control. Okay, so here's the straw. We got the water hose ready. We're going to put the straw on top and then soak the beds to where hopefully we don't lose a lot of straw due to it being so windy outside. Okay, so we have a bucket full of water. We're putting the straw in the bucket, and after we do that, we're kind of just spreading it along the rows right here and in between, or down the rows and in between. As far as the strawberry plant itself, we're not going to cover it just yet all the way. A good example, so I have it kind of like, you know, a little bit is showing, but we're trying to go for a 4 to 6 inch depth as far as for the mulching for the strawberry plants. Okay, so we are officially done for the day. This took us all day to get completed, but I'm happy that it's finally done. We may have to come back tomorrow and water, even though we soaked the straw in buckets. I didn't give the strawberries a heavy watering today because of the weather, but we'll come back and we'll get it all situated and taken care of. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to figure out where I'm planting these blueberries. So we have a lot of things going on, and we have all this garden space that my husband tilled. Okay, so I didn't really want to end the video just yet. We planted these a couple days ago, actually Tuesday, and we are on Saturday. So I quickly just want to show you guys how they look, and the fact that we are already getting new leaves in, which is crazy. But we did lose a little bit of our straw, so I just wanted to say that too, because all these beds had a very thick covering of straw, but we have had crazy wind the past week, and so I didn't lose a lot of straw. But let me go ahead and flip the camera over and show you guys how it looks so far. Okay, so as you can see, we have brand new growth. See, the wind kind of snapped this strawberry leaf, but the wind's been crazy. But overall, we still have new growth coming, which is a good sign. So the homemade compost did work really well. I knew it would, but just to show you guys, there's new growth right here, and you can definitely tell the color difference. And we still, there's just so much new leaf growth, which is what I wanted. That's why we went ahead and pruned the flowers to begin with, to develop more of a well-established strawberry plant. But as you can see, we got some bald spots. The wind kind of blew a lot of the straw everywhere. It even blew it over the plant, which is not what I wanted it to do. I don't really want to cover it too much. But as you can see, everything looks good. We just need the wind to just stop, because it's snapping a lot of my adult leaves, as you can clearly see right there. This one completely threw that one over. It's dead. I should just pull it, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. But we're getting new leaf growth. So with the wind being as vicious as it was this past week, I'm not really worried about it, because as you can see, a lot of my strawberry plants are already developing new leaves. So once those new leaves are well established, I'll just come through and pull all the leaves that are already dead. Another thing too, I know a lot of people like to fertilize with berry tone. You can get that at Lowe's. And there's another one, but I can't think of it right now. I am kind of iffy on using fertilizers just because I'm trying to go a different route with gardening, and I try to stay away from all of those additives, trying to let the soil rebuild itself, not me trying to add more things and then have to continue to add more things for years and years to come. So just homemade compost, that's all that's in these holes. They're not dead, We are on Saturday. I planted these on Tuesday, so obviously the compost is doing phenomenal. I hope you guys like this video. I will try my hardest to update you guys more often and show y'all the progress of the strawberries. I'm really excited. I have grown strawberries before, but when they were given to me, they were already basically dead. They were overwatered. I tried to bring them back to life and it didn't work. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. If you have any questions, try to leave them in the comments, or any tips or ideas. I would love to hear from you guys. Just drop them in the comments below. But God bless, and bloom your planted. Bye guys.